Now, I'm no knitting expert, but over the Christmas break, I made this blanket by knitting with PVC pipes, so here's a tutorial on how to do it. First, take PVC pipes, and mine were about 1 1/4 inches, and I covered the ends with duct tape. It's really important that you make this secure, and so I crisscrossed them both ways on the duct tape and really folded the edges down nice. I did both ends on both sets of PVC piping. Next, I took about 12 yards of fleece and cut it into 5-inch strips, sewed them all together, and then cut that in half. This is not even half of what I ended up with. I alternated the colors so I have some blue and some cream. But to sew them together, I used a zigzag stitch because on fleece I feel that it is more secure than a straight stitch. Take 2 strips of fleece, line them up, overlap them, and then sew it up. Just to show you how much fleece I actually used, this is not even half. Once I cut the 5-inch strips in half and then sewed them all together, I rolled them up into 2 gigantic balls. I used 2 colors of fleece and alternated between them. So I have this blue and I have exactly this in cream. I wound it all up into gigantic balls of fleece. I started knitting and purling and knitting and purling and knitting and purling and knitting and purling. It took forever and it got super heavy. It was a workout. I did an entire row of knit, and then an entire row of purling, and then an entire row of knit, and then an entire row of purling. I'm alternating rows, not single stitches. When I got to the very end, I tied it all off and then kind of stretched it out a little bit, and this is what I ended up with, and I love it. It is so warm. It was definitely worth all that hard work. If any of you decide to try it out, let me know how it goes in the comments below.